Hi, everybody, and welcome to the accountability slash goals for this week. This is the week of December 2nd, and I was a little hesitant to actually do this one just because I didn't do exactly what was on my to do list because I'm shooting myself in the foot again. Honestly, I am scheduling more stuff than I am capable of completing, even possibly. So I need to review what I've been doing. So you'll see some of the stuff from last week is also in this week's stuff. I'm probably going to pare it down even more while we're talking just because I'm going crazy. I just got too much stuff going on. Even when things are good, it's busy around here. So, um, just between the kids and life and my 9 to 5 and everything else, it's just a lot. So, we'll see how we do when we go through it. So, let's review last week's, which was to finish setting up the autoresponders in the Mailchimp, send 4 more personalized pitches to clients, batch film 4 training videos, and schedule them to be released over December. Well, now we're already into the first? I guess it's technically the first week, yeah, because we kind of started last week of December, and then have them just kind of auto go because December was going to be really busy. Um, that's still my goal. It's still trying to make it happen, and I actually came up with a whole bunch of like little training video ideas, so I should be able to go through them a lot faster. Because that was my first thought, is I didn't have anything written down, so I didn't know what I'd be doing, just that I wanted to do them, and that was kind of the problem. If I had written down everything to start with, I could have just been like, I'll do this one, and this one, and just kind of go through them a lot faster. And part of my goal for not only December but 2019 is I want to really start batching stuff. Because one thing I started doing with my Hootsuite account, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's social media management. Is anytime I made a video, I would immediately, as soon as that thing launched, I would take the link that YouTube gave me and I would go plug it into Hootsuite like 40 times. Like I would put it in once a week for the first month, twice a month for the next 3 months, and then just go like every 6 months for a couple years. So I'm kind of filling out my content window. So I always have something, even if like life gets overwhelming and I can't post for whatever reason, at least something is going out. At least that content is constantly working for me. And it drives up views, it does, all that stuff. And so my content, it's web, so web is constantly changing, but it's more or less evergreen. Like it will last for a while before it becomes irrelevant. So I don't feel bad putting it a couple of years out. Now I wouldn't want to do it for forever, like it's not something I would just post for the next 10 years because stuff does change. But 2 years is probably fine. But I wanted to start doing that batch stuff with a whole bunch of other aspects of my life because I am a one person, band here. I've got contractors I use and I use heavily, but it's on my shoulders. So I need to find a way to make more of me basically. So batching is one way to do that. Now, back to last week. So setting up the autoresponders in Mailchimp. I did do this and I stalled myself because I got halfway through it and I started overthinking it. Started adding more stuff and tweaking it and whatever, and I got in the way. I got my own way. I didn't get it done because I couldn't decide what products I wanted to do. I was like, well, I was thinking about that freebie. Maybe I should add that freebie into here. Maybe I should. I overthought it completely, and I didn't want to put it on this week's to-do list because I just was kind of frustrated with myself. So I will probably go ahead and get that done anyway at some point this week. But just oversimplify it, just get it done and out the door, and then I'll come back and visit it later when the other freebies and the other products and the other stuff are done, and then I can just make a note in my Google Calendar for 3 months from now to go back and revisit my welcome emails. That's probably what I should have done in the first place, but it's not what I did. Instead, I got lost in the design and the what content should be included. I got lost and I shouldn't have done that. So it's a fail, but I know what I did wrong and I know how to avoid it. So there's that. And then the 4 more personalized pitches to clients. I didn't get 4. And the reason I didn't do 4 was because I started getting work from other people. So I did, as you may have noticed, like I've been doing pitches to my current clients for work that I think that would benefit them, like something that I offer that would benefit them going into 2019. Get it done now so I can close it out with the 2018 prices and all that. and it's looking good. I've gotten several clients, and I've gotten a lot of new clients too. So it's been kind of a busy season because I've gotten 2 new clients and I've gotten 2 old clients. So I guess that's technically 4, but I didn't make personalized pitches to those other ones really. Like, didn't write up what they currently had and then send something out. They were referrals. So I guess it's kind of a halfway accomplishment, but I mean, let's take it. It's better than I had last week, right? So then the batch filming for training videos, I talked about this already. I got, when I wrote that down, I immediately filmed 1 training video and I posted it that week. It was like the last week of November, right? And I posted it and I'm like, why did I post it? This was supposed to be for December. And then I made 1 more video and I got that one in the queue, but so I got 2 done, but technically only 1 for December. So it's kind of like I still got to do 3. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my training videos. And what I did was over here, I wrote on the right, I mapped out what the ones I was going to do. So the ones that I'm still going to finish out are how do I find out who my hosting provider is and how do I find out who my domain is hosted with. And they're, common things that you find on YouTube, like when I do the keyword research, but it's something I get asked all the time from my clients. They're like, I have no idea who one of my new customers is trying to find out who the heck his stuff is with because he got it so long ago and he's just getting mixed answers and he wants someone to just figure it out for him and tell him so that he can cancel the ones that he wants to cancel and he can keep the ones he wants to keep. So there's that. And then so just something I'm trying to do is trying to do stuff that I get asked all the time. So sorry, tangent. And then last week I wanted to write a blog post for each training video. Obviously that didn't happen because the videos didn't happen. So this week we're going to ignore last week because I don't want to see it anymore. The goals for this week: batch film 4 training videos. Yeah. 2 more personalized pitches to current clients. I know exactly who I want to target, so that shouldn't be too bad. Blog, that sounds bad, doesn't it? I want to target. No. I want to call them. I want to talk to them about what I can do for them. Blog posts for each training video. One of the things I talked about last week is that my blog posts on my site are falling behind because I am putting everything on YouTube and then not taking that video and embedding it on my website. And it's interesting, this train of thought, because I have been watching this other lady on YouTube, and one of the things that she was saying, first name's Jessica. I'll see if I can find her name and put it here. She did a whole bunch of videos a while ago. She hasn't done anything recently. She did post something 4 days ago, but before that, there's like this giant gap. So her stuff's not super fresh, but it's still relevant. And I was talking, or I was watching her, and she was saying that if she didn't start getting subscriber growth until she started treating YouTube as its own platform, instead of driving people from YouTube to her website, she drove people from her website to YouTube. And that's when the subscribers started to go up. So you kind of got to decide what your goal is going to be. Is it you want more website traffic or you want more YouTube traffic? And the interesting thing she said is that even though she was driving people to YouTube, people, as her YouTube channel grew, it just naturally drove more people to her website. So it kind of, the website may take a fall at the beginning, but then it will be built back up from YouTube getting the future connections. So I think that's the method I'm going to use. I'm going to keep building YouTube, and honestly, doing the blog posts, it's important, but I'm only one person, and again, this list is just as long as last week, so, something's going to go, and I think if something's going to go, it's probably going to be these blog posts, which, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about. And then the last one was ask Fredericksburg newspaper about guest posting. There is a local newspaper called Fredericksburg.org, and it's the Fredericksburg Freelancer, I think it's called. And they, just have local news and everything. And I like staying connected with my community and knowing what's going on around me, not necessarily on a national scale, just a local scale. And I'm also trying to score more local clients because usually if I can meet with somebody, I can make a sale. So the more people I know locally, this place I just moved to a year ago, then the more, it was almost 2 years ago, year and a half, the more face-to-face time, the more sales I can make. It's that simple. So I thought, well, if I get in front of the Fredericksburg newspaper and say, hey, I can write a little op-ed for you about websites and businesses and business websites and something like find something ultra specific and centralize it around Fredericksburg. And then they can go to my blog, they can see all the stuff I've already written and see if it's a good fit. And if they do say yes, I mean, what are they going to do? They say no? Okay, I'll go to the next one. So that's kind of my thought, is that I would pitch them, get some guest posting going on, and hopefully drive some traffic, right? And that's it for my goals, right? And some of those are pretty small, just asking the paper if I can do it, providing a good pitch, providing a good case to do it. I was also thinking about trying to get on some podcasts, but I don't want to add that to my to-do list because I don't know if it's going to happen. So let me rephrase that. I don't know if I'm going to make time for it. Not whether that's going to happen, whether I'm going to make time for it. So there's a big difference there. And then the last thing I was going to ask you guys about, just like in personal mom life craziness, does anybody have an idea how to make a 1-year-old go to sleep? She's teething and I'm at my wit's end. And one of the reasons that I've started noticing a lack of motivation, a lack of energy, is just because my personal life has just gotten so overwhelmingly tiring. I mean, it's just, I've got some stress going on with some family issues, but it's nothing that involves our family, our immediate family directly. But this whole like not having consistent sleep for months now. I mean, it used to be she would wake up once a night and then you'd give her a bottle, nurse her, whatever, and she would go back to sleep. But now it's like every 3 hours or every 2 hours, and it's been going on for months. I'm not kidding when I say 8 weeks. It's been a long time. And so if anybody's got some tips, I would love your tips. And honestly, if you tell me that you've put your kid in the crib since day one and you've never had a problem, I'm probably just gonna cry. So that is not what we did, and I'm very tired, and I would love some help. And I think that's it. Our schedule is pretty strict as far as like getting them up and out to school and everything. So, but yeah, that's it. I think I'm just gonna end the video here because I don't have a whole lot more to say. I do want to one thing I do need to say is that we are my contractors and I are looking at doing some webinars for 2019, and probably the tail end of December, maybe like the week after Christmas. Well, the last week is the week of Christmas. Just webinars on anybody that wants their site reviewed, kind of do it as a community, do it as a group, and then at the end of it, we'll probably do like a pitch for one-to-one services but the idea is that we kind of create this group environment, and then in the group environment, we all kind of be like, well, your website could be better with this, it could be better with that. Like, it would be obviously hosted by myself, and we would, kind of use that expertise to say, your website's not mobile responsive, it's not mobile first, or, your site takes forever to load, or like all the technical stuff, plus, aesthetics. So that's kind of the goal, is what to do with that. And I'll post some information in the description below when that is live. So you won't see anything right this minute if you're just watching it when it just came out. But I will update it there. And I'll also have a post on the website as well about it. And so look for that. It's coming out. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.